Alex Jones has just been ordered to pay a lot of money to the parents of victims of the Sandy Hook shooting because he went on the air and said that the Sandy Hook shooting wasn't real, that it was a false flag, it didn't really happen, and he spun a yarn, you might say, about what that shooting really was. Alex Jones, because he got that story wrong on the air, now has to pay, according to a court in Connecticut, more than $950 million to the families of 8 victims of the Sandy Hook shooting. That is in addition to a ruling from a separate jury in Texas ordering Jones to pay $4.1 million in compensatory damages and $45.2 million in punitive damages. So we are now talking about roughly $1 billion that Alex Jones, a radio host known for his hyperbole and kind of eccentric, bizarre, really out there, kind of implausible takes sometimes, a man who rips off his shirt screaming about the frickin' frogs going gay, that guy, because he got a story wrong on the air, has to pay $1 billion. That's a lot of money for getting something wrong on the radio, don't you think? But Michael, he got it really wrong. Yeah, okay. But Michael, it was awful what he said. Sure. Michael, it was really, really awful. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm not arguing. I'm not disputing that. $1 billion for getting something wrong on the radio? Has there ever been a radio host ever who has not gotten something wrong on the radio? Well, probably me. I'm not sure that I've ever gotten a single thing. No, maybe even I have gotten some things wrong. But Michael, it wasn't okay, yeah, let's say that Alex Jones said he got it as wrong, as terrible. It was the worst reporting of any story ever in the whole history of the world. $1 billion for getting that wrong? As far as I know, Alex Jones hasn't killed anybody. His storytelling on the radio didn't get anybody killed either. What kind of damages are we going to see paid out by the people who lied about the COVID vaccines and who got the COVID vaccines wrong and who said that not only would they protect you from getting the virus and transmitting the virus, but that they were totally safe, totally effective, and now a bunch of kids are dead because of heart problems, that even the CDC now admits the vaccines cause very serious heart problems. And the ones that don't cause heart problems cause blood clots. Do those people have to pay any damages? Because that wasn't just some Texas radio host who got that story wrong. That was the entire establishment media and all of our elected officials, certainly on the Democrat side. And the President of the United States said, these are totally fine, these are totally safe. I'm actually going to mandate that you get these shots, even though kids are at very, very low risk from the virus. And oh yeah, okay, if you get heart problems and you die, oopsie daisy. I'm going to deny that at first, and then I'm going to admit that happened, but say it's not a big deal. Are they going to have, what are they going to pay? I don't think they're going to pay $1 billion or $1 million or $1. I don't think they're going to pay jack diddly squat. And so I don't call me callous, but I just think that paying $1 billion out for getting something wrong on the radio when you're a right-winger, even an eccentric right-winger, seems a little bit crazy when the left that lies about everything, that lies in a much more persuasive and serious way about much more urgent matters for the vast majority of people, they don't ever pay a price at all. See, that seems wrong to me. That seems kind of backwards to me. I think they ought to pay. I think the $1 billion that Alex Jones is supposed to pay, I think we need at least a 100, a 1,000, a 100,000 times that payout from the libs who lie constantly in much more consequential lies. And now we've got some data here that actually show the consequences of a years-long campaign to trans the kids. You've got a 582% increase in, quote, gender nonconforming kids in one of the largest counties in one of the most important states in the country. Montgomery County Schools. This is the largest county in Maryland. Maryland is obviously right there by the Beltway, right there at the very heart of our nation's capital. Montgomery County Schools are reporting a 582% increase in gender nonconforming students in 2 years. Pretty wild. You can see this report here from the Daily Caller. They've gathered this data. This is a near 7-fold increase from 2019 to 2022. What are the odds? What are the odds? How do you explain that? Well, it could be that there's something in the water, I guess. Could be. It could be that this is a social contagion that is spreading, which is obviously what it is. Either way, though, this really blows up the Democrats' narrative, because the Democrats and the libs broadly on the sexual revolution have for years said, look, people are born this way. Sexual orientation is immutable. It's from birth. Who would choose this? You can't have any conversion therapy. Social forces have no effect on your sexual orientation. Well, if that's the case, then how is this increasing so much? Then it has to be biological. There's got to be some kind of chromosomal issue, right? There's got to be something in the womb, except that babies aren't babies in the womb. So that kind of messes up their narrative there as well. So it messes up their abortion narrative. It messes up their gay rights narrative. Now it's messing up the transgender narrative. 582% increase. Why is that? Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that educators are teaching little kids all the way down to kindergarten that boys can be girls and girls can be boys? No, that's crazy. That's a crazy conspiracy theory. That's not happening. And it is happening, and it's good, by the way. But it's not transing the kids. It's not causing anyone to question their sex or gender or change it, except it's a 582% increase, except that's a crazy conspiracy theory, except it's happening and it's true. Are you dizzy yet? I can't, it's very hard to track any of that. Democrats' success in transing the kids, Democrats' success in their political agenda has undermined a lot of their narratives on Born This Way, their narratives on sex and gender are totally different. Sex and gender are the same. Homosexual rights is that they're boys and they're girls, and some boys like boys and some girls like girls. But then their narrative on transgenderism is that actually there's no such thing as girls and boys can be girls and girls can be boys. None of the narratives make sense, okay? It's just power. And I guess this takes me back to Alex Jones. It takes me back to the New York Times, right? Joe Biden lies. That's so cute and great and wonderful. Donald Trump lies. It's going to completely destroy the republic. The arguments don't matter. The narratives don't matter. The arguments don't matter. The facts really don't matter to them. It's all framing. It's all narrative. And it's why I can't, stand up on the rooftops and condemn Alex Jones or any of the other celebrities that the left turns on because they in any way question the right-wing narrative. I haven't talked about Kanye's tweet. Kanye sends some fairly eccentric tweets every now and again, and I haven't made a big deal about it, even though the left is insisting, you have to disavow Kanye. You always have to disavow Kanye. What Kanye said and what Kanye is being accused of is absolutely nothing compared to the things that Ilhan Omar has said, that Louis Farrakhan has said, that Barack Obama's former pastor said, and Barack Obama's former pastor with connections to all that same kind of movement and connections to Farrakhan and all the rest of it. And that all gets completely written off. Obama actually smiles next to Louis Farrakhan. And celebrities from Hollywood take pictures next to Louis Farrakhan and Al Sharpton, and that's all completely fine. Then Kanye West says something that is 1/1000th as harsh and severe and bigoted as any of those people, and we're told we have to disavow this guy. Why? It has absolutely nothing to do with Kanye West's comments. It has everything to do with the fact that Kanye West now is more right-wing in many of his views. He's pro-life, he's pro-family, he's pro-public Christianity. And so that's why they go after him. It has nothing to do with the facts that they're pretending to go after him for. They're going after Alex Jones not because he got the Sandy Hook story wrong. That has nothing to do with it. They're going after Alex Jones because they hate Alex Jones, because Alex Jones is right-wing and he's popular. And so they've been deplatforming that guy, censoring that guy for years, and they found this one issue, which is a really good issue to go after him for, and they're making him pay $1 billion for getting a story wrong on the air. That's what it's about. And that's why I have no desire to defend any of these comments or any of these reports or stories or anything in the abstract. It's just that the game is so obviously rigged. Read the New York Times headlines. It's so disingenuous. It's in such bad faith that I see absolutely no obligation to entertain it. And actually, I think it's probably wrong to entertain their game and play their game because it further ensconces them in power, and it's not in any way in good faith. And because they're transing the kids, and that's bad. It's really weird and bad to trans the kids. I will be discussing Kanye on the member block with my friend Spencer Clavin. The rest of the show is continuing now. You don't want to miss it. If you're not a member, click the link in the description and join us.